Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Kevin, a shoe reviewer on YouTube from Malaysia. Today we're going to have my race recap on this Kuala Lumpur Standard Chapter Marathon. What happened in the race itself? Let's go. After running for 11 years, this is my 23rd full marathon and I complete the race in 3 hours, 30 minutes and 20 seconds of my target by 20 seconds. As you notice on my video, I always start myself back from the starting gate. I doesn't like to go so much to the front of the starting gate because it creates anxiety for me. I feel very anxiety in front of the starting pen. So that's why I always stand myself much more further back from the starting line. So when the flag off, I doesn't feel anxiety to rush myself, the itinerary, everything to rush myself off the gate. So I always stand myself back from the gate, and my target time that day is 3 hours 30 minutes. Starting with my original plan that running at 3:30. The pace is around 4:50 because I make some budget for my second half. So I scared I'm going to bonk or anything, so I make some budget. So I run slightly faster at around 4:50 pace. That is the maximum pace on the first 5 kilometers. But during that period, I feel my body, there's a lot of energy left and quite energetic, and my legs are feeling really great. So that's the moment I'm thinking, should I push or should I stay? And my ego side told me that I should push for my personal best that I ran last year, 3 hours 18 minutes. So that's the moment I'm starting to drop my pace from 4:50 to 4:40 and starting go down to 4:30. A lot of crowd of runner running together up to 10 kilometers. That's the moment I take my first gel and we run together as a group, pacing together up to the Aclare Highway until 16-17 kilometers. That's the moment I forgot to top my second gel. Since that is one of the mistakes after I review back my footage, where is my second gel? Then I realized I missed it and I bring my gel up to 20 kilometers. That is over 4 kilometers back from my supposed planned gel place, and I add at 20 kilometers. We reach half marathon mark in 1 hour 37 minutes around that, and we keep on running up to 22 kilometers. By the time when I'm going down from 22 to 23, the downhill to MRR2, I suddenly feel my body a bit cold and I have some shivering cold sweat coming out of my body. That the moment that I realize I a bit shitty already because I feel like I'm going to bonk soon. So that's the moment I try to not to think about it, and I keep pushing myself up over the hill to the 25 kilometer mark because there is another water station so that I can take my another gel at that water station. I slowly bring myself run up to the 25 kilometer so that I can take my gel together with the water over there and take some break over there before I continue run up to the hill that is 26 kilometers before going down the hill. That's the moment I feel like my body doesn't have much energy, but my legs are still feeling strong. But I doesn't have energy to move my leg, go to the pace that I needed. At Duke Highway from 26 to 25 kilometers, I'm taking gel every 2 kilometers because my body doesn't feel much energy, even though my leg can move, but my body doesn't feel any energy to move it, and I feel very tired. So every 2 kilometers, once I saw the water station, I take one gel and drink some isotonic, drink some water, and keep moving my body all the way to 25 kilometers. During this time, when I saw someone run past me, I'm trying to follow their pace. So that one is around 5 to 5:30. I'm trying to follow their pace until I can't run. Every time when I saw some uphill, I try to slowly pace myself up until I can't pace. When downhill or flat, I will try to push myself running at this period. After I exit from the Duke, the 35 kilometers and enter to Jalan Kuching, I feel my body energy are coming back because I having like 4 gel during the whole loop highway. Every 2 kilometer I take 1 gel, every 2 kilometer I take 1 gel. So I feel my energy coming back, so I starting to run a bit faster at the Jalan Kuching downhill all the way back to finish. I take my last gel, I think it's around 28 or 29 kilometer before having my last push back to the finishing line. A lot of people asking me how I bring my body from 26 km back to finishing line and still finish in 3 hours 30 minutes. First thing is I make a lot of budget time on the first half, almost 22 minutes on the first half. I finished my first half marathon in 1 hour 37 minutes or 38 minutes that time. So totally I have budget 22 minutes for me to use on the second half because I'm trying to push my personal best. So that's why I have extra time for me to use on the second half. The second method that I always use in race is keep on running. Try not to slow down and walk so much. Even though I want to walk, I always give myself to walk like 1 light post and the remaining keep running until I cannot run. Then I only walk maybe 1 or half light post and I keep running, keep going myself. Yes, it will be painful, hurts on your body or your leg, but one thing can always, if you can't run with your leg, run with your heart or run with your mental. So you need to train your mental or your heart. Keep on pushing yourself. This is what I do during this race. And one more tactic we can use is try to tag along that I use a lot. If you watch my video, I always have different people around me on the last 15 to 16 kilometer. I'm trying to tag along when people start to run. Then I try to tag along, see how far that I can go. If I can follow 500 meter, I try to follow 500 meter. If I can follow 1 kilometer, I try to follow 1 kilometer with them until I can't. Once I drop off, maybe I will walk a bit, then I keep run again using this method so that they can pace me, and indirectly I having my free ride with them to bring me forward. That's all for my race recap. And even though I bonked so much from 26 all the way to 42, it's a very painful experience for me, but I'm quite enjoying. For me, it's time to review back my training, see what's going wrong and what need to improve for my training so that I can become a much more better runner. So that's all for the video. See you guys on the next video or next race. Bye.